Hey, what's up, EBA leaders and pastors? Hey, I just want to reach out to you and remind you of something that I was reminded of this week. In the midst of everything that was going on, in the midst of processing all that was happening in my own church and working through a stomach bug, which I know a lot of you have been dealing with some illness as well, I was reminded of something that's in our heritage and a part of our history that I don't want to easily forget. Billy Graham came out of the Southern Baptist movement and retained his connection to being Southern Baptist because of his great heart to reach the lost. It drove him. And I think it's driven our network from the very beginning. We have loosely cooperated for the advancement of the gospel, the advancement of the good news, and the heart to see those that are lost saved. Those that don't know Jesus to know him and for their lives to be radically transformed. And we've celebrated that well. And everything that we do is connected around that, whether it's a certain people group, like we're getting ready to do a Gemstones prom for the special needs community, or it's been connected to feeding, which Keith will be sending out, Meyer will be sending out some information. We may have to do a feeding ministry this coming weekend if this storm hits hard. So I just want to put you kind of on aware that we may be asking people to help with feeding through our feeding and mobile unit coming up. But I'm reminded that we do all these things for one purpose, not for social causes, but because we love people and we love introducing people to Jesus. And so that's at the heart, whether we're doing a revitalization, a renewal, an outreach, or a church plant. All of those are for the sake of reaching someone who doesn't know Christ, for discipling those that are in the church and are part of the church to know what it truly means to be a Christ followers, to go and reach those that don't yet know Jesus. And so that's at the heart of who we've been. It's at the heart of kingdom expansion. It's why we reach into unreached people groups and continue to do that and to partner to see things happen. So everything you're going to see this week hopefully will help to connect to that theme and help you see why we're doing that. There's a sending lab that's coming up on February the 10th. I'm going to go and attend it. It's in Annapolis. If you'd like to carpool with me or Richard Pope, we can help you do that. And so it's not that far. Annapolis is a quick drive for us. It's done at South Church, which is a great church plant. But more than that, Jamie Caldwell, the leader there, has a great heart for sending. And so the people that will be there are there to equip you as pastors and you as leaders to know how when God raises up in your midst a person who's being called to plant, a person who's being called to be a missionary, how do you equip that person? And that's something that I just recently, probably in the last few years, began to ask the Lord about. I got convicted. A pastor asked me, he says, you do an invitation each Sunday for the lost. When's the last time you did one for a pastor? When's the last time you did one for a deacon? When's the last time you did one for a missionary? And when they said that, the Holy Spirit convicted me. And I began to make that call. And as I began to make that call, God began to respond and bring me people that I had to equip. And so this is an actual lab that'll help you know how to send people as church planters. The Dream Conference teaches us how to actually go through that initial part of revitalization, put in a system and a process by which it'll help us to reach the lost in our community. So if you haven't signed up for the Dream Conference, that's another opportunity. If you're looking for an opportunity to teach your people about outreach and how to love people that this culture sometimes doesn't think are lovable, Gemstones Prom is a special needs prom that's coming up in March. Would love for you to be a part of that. And there's a link in the email this week and in the link here in the video, if you look in the notes, on how you can sign up to be a part of Gemstones Prom. And then there's a men's retreat coming up at First Baptist Del Mar, helping us to connect collectively as Southern Baptists, really, and connect and to grow as men. Then we're equipping pastors through a Logos language training coming on April the 18th. So these are some of the things that we're doing to help equip you. I also was able to talk recently to Grant Lauterbach. And he was able to share with me several churches have taken advantage of his gifting to help them do better and lead well in the area of worship ministry. And I'm continuing to hear that there's the possibility of a WMU to really begin to think about how they could transform what they did as a missional movement back in the day to today. So those are some of the things that we've been thinking about, and there's links there for you on all those. Hey, let me know if there's a way I can partner with you or support you. I know for several of you, you're thinking about what to do about this weather coming up, and I think online church is a great option for this weekend, especially for your people that have already been watching. And so we're ready to make that decision as a church as well. Prayerfully consider it. Look at all the options. but I think that online as a tool can help us to still stay connected even when normally we would cancel services because of weather. Have a blessed week. And if there's a way I can specifically pray for you or serve your church, please let me know. Have a blessed week.